Yo, what's good, brothers and sisters? My name is Nico, and I'm uploading a video to YouTube every single day so I get better at speaking to the camera. You know, I talk with my dad often. I have deep, hard conversations with my dad pretty often. My dad's been the type of person that has been difficult to deal with. According to my siblings and mom, he's been very close-minded and very strict. Hopefully you get a bit of the idea. He's very traditional. He grew up with a tough, toxic, very strict environment. And at the end of the day, I wholeheartedly believe he is a great father with defects just like the rest of us. But what I like about our relationship is that oftentimes we can get into tough, difficult situations and improve our relationship because of them. That's something I believe the majority of people don't have, because most people don't initiate. Your dad won't initiate those hard talks, and you yourself won't initiate those hard talks. So this is a little bit of a side note, but obviously not all relationships are salvageable. You can't save every relationship, but for the vast majority of people, you can slowly but surely progress into harder and harder topics and improve your relationship. It takes a lot of ego dropping, admitting your mistakes, and saying stuff that you're very uncomfortable with whatever. The other day I was having a conversation about how I wanted him to change about certain things, about the way he treated me. I run a coffee catering business, and pretty much my two bosses are my brother and my dad. My brother, by the way, is way older than me. And I don't know, my dad, when we're in conversations and we're in business meetings and we're talking about the business and certain stuff happens. I don't know, I was saying something, he said something I didn't like. It was kind of disrespectful. We all make mistakes, whatever. And I got defensive, I got mad, I got emotional. I was like, I don't like you treating me like that, whatever. That spiraled into tougher arguments, a little bit of arguing. And this was about a month ago. And I don't know. It got really philosophical. It talks about changing. We talked about changing and how to change someone and people's behaviors, and why you should say certain things if you want me to do. If my dad wants me to do certain things, I'm more likely to do them if he phrases them in a different way. That's, I guess, me simplifying everything. And one of the points he made, not necessarily responding to phrasing things in a different way, but it's that he's old and that he can't do it. And yeah, you know what I'm gonna say. If he doesn't believe he can do it, then he's not gonna do it. And he's totally right. The reason he can't do it is because he's old. But it's not the reason itself, it's the fact that he has an excuse why he can't do it. Because we all have certain excuses, we all have certain beliefs that make us think we can't do certain things. And by the way, just having sheer belief isn't enough. You obviously need to back it up with action, but it's the very first step. It's the belief that first of all, that it's worth doing. First of all, you have to have the belief that it's worth doing and that it is the right decision to do, to at least try. It's a spectrum. You can believe, okay, I'll try, that's decent. Then if you believe I'll do it, it doesn't mean you're gonna make it, but it's the bare minimum, and it helps a lot. Most people that have made it in life and achieve what you want, they wholeheartedly in their identity and in their hearts believe that they could do it. Therefore, no matter how much you feel like you can't, it's the bare minimum, and you should simply, though it's limiting beliefs, they're hard to get rid of, but that's where you should start. I know a lot of people in the self-improvement space and the make money online space, they have courses, and everyone hates courses. And there's a meme going around, I've seen it for the past couple of years. It's when you buy a $997 course on dropshipping or on trading or on crypto, and the first module is mindset, and then it's like a meme about how you're super cooked. It's funny, like at the end of the day, these courses are wishy-washy. The majority of them aren't good. The majority of them aren't information they couldn't already find for free on YouTube. But it is true, the number one thing holding people back, that number one thing holding people like us, average people, who don't have the greatest discipline or the most amount of money. The number one thing holding us back is our beliefs about the world, our beliefs about ourselves. It's just our beliefs, our mindset. And I know it sounds super wishy-washy, like just have a better mindset, bro. But at the end of the day, that's the first thing. Your mindset is how you deal with life. And the quality of life depends on the quality of our thoughts. If the stronger your mindset, the more you're going to be able to achieve, the more you're going to be able to tolerate, the better you're going to be able to handle suffering. And I know this is pretty simple stuff at the end of the day, but why can't we do it? It's simple. It's not easy. It's way easier said than done. But don't be one of those people that makes fun of the people that preach mindset. Because trust me, every successful person, the person you want to become, does not have the same beliefs about the world and about himself or herself that you do. Now the real question is, how do you change your mindset? Your brain is programmed to be the way that it is because of everything in your past. It's already written, it's already wired. The good thing is, you can rewire it. If free will exists, which I believe it does, even though I've had a hard time believing in free will. We're not going to talk about free will today. I kind of talked about it in my video yesterday, and it was I didn't articulate myself good enough. But if free will exists, then we can rewire our brain. And it's super hard. It's harder. You guys are going to give up after trying to rewire your brain after a day, 2 days, a week, a month, a year. This is like a lifelong rewiring. It's a lifelong quest of challenging your own beliefs and asking, am I really doing the right thing? It's catching yourself mid-defense mechanisms. It's catching yourself like when someone, I don't know, criticizes you or like says, hey, can you pass me this? And you something inside, when someone tells you what to do, people automatically get defensive when they get feedback or criticism. It's almost like hardwired into us. Trust me, give anyone else, they're going to be like, yeah, if you talk about how people are addicted to their phone, people are going to agree and be like, yeah, that's true, everyone's addicted to their phone. But once someone is scrolling on TikTok and like, man, get off your phone, your brain running. The majority of people will get defensive and say like, man, like shut up, or they're going to say, I don't even watch TikTok that much. They're going to say something to defend themselves. And I'm not shaming them for it. It's like almost normal. But if you want to be someone different then it is completely up to you to be the person that rewires that out of their system, that catches the defensiveness and chooses to. But by the way, when you catch your defensiveness, when you're aware of it, that's when you can change and make one step towards rewiring yourself. And you have to do this over and over and over multiple circumstances, in multiple days and multiple ways, experiencing different moods. But once you catch yourself being defensive, you notice how good it feels and how hard it is to change. But the first step is getting the awareness of when an old behavior, an old mechanism is acting out. But once you feel it acting out, it's easier to continue acting. And then you have to have the energy and willpower to be able to choose to do the different thing. And that's more work. And you have to do this over and over and over. And by the way, you're rewiring everything that's happened in your life. I don't know, what are you, 15 years old, 20 years old, 25 years old? Hopefully you're 10 years old and it's not too bad because you have your whole life ahead of you. Even if you're 40, you can change. And you can change a lot. But it's everything that's happened in your life. So you can't expect it to happen soon. You have to do it over a really long enough period of time. And that's how you change your mindset. It's little by little. It's sustainable. Obviously, a lot of us have been in those moments where we want to lock in and we want to be disciplined and we get this motivation and we do all the good habits for a week, 2 weeks, a month. Maybe you go to the gym for a year and then you stop. Maybe you go to the gym for 2 years, but in the third year, you stop going forever. Why? It's because I have a friend, I love him to death, but he uses the gym. Maybe there's a little bit of jealousy and ego and me defending myself why I'm not as consistent as him. But he uses the gym because it's harder for him not to go to the gym. He doesn't use discipline to go to the gym because he enjoys going to the gym. And that's a good way to put it. And I'm not saying anything about him. I was about to criticize him a little bit more in public when I shouldn't have at all. Okay. It's easier once you build certain habits and you have certain circumstances in your life, it's easier to do things other people won't. Whether it's you're running away from problems or you need to go on runs, or you need to go to the gym to cope about your miserable life, whatever reason you have, it's easier to be disciplined. Whatever. A lot of us get into those points and we're disciplined for a bit and we think we're disciplined, we think we're gonna good run, then everything comes crashing down. It's because you haven't fully wired your old self out. You have to kill your old self. You have to be a different person almost. And it's okay. You don't, if you're like, oh, I don't want to lose myself, I love myself, you can keep this. in essence, if the self exists, if there is such a thing as a soul or a self, and we're more than just meat and bones and flesh, then yourself will always be there. But you're removing certain patterns, and if your truest, best version of yourself in a spiritual way even exists, you'll be closer the more aware you are, the more you accept. And you want to be successful, you want to be disciplined. There's so much. Every guru will tell you that you have to do this, and they will use certain psychology tactics on you to get them to subscribe. I don't know it yet, by the way. In the future, I will try to use these psychology tactics to get you hooked to my videos that a lot of you consider unethical, but whatever. I want to grow this YouTube channel, and I don't really think it's unethical. In the future, I will. Right now, I'm just practicing my ability to speak. Whatever. There's so many things. There's no one thing, but I think I've preached this in 99% of my videos. Start now, start small. Whatever it is you do, take this a super small step, something you think is super dumb. That plants the seed for you to eventually complete a really good rewiring of yourself. I don't know what's the smallest step you can do right now. Honestly, it's probably just closing YouTube. Close YouTube and go do one push-up. Close YouTube and read one sentence on a book. I don't know what you have to do. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to do your homework that you're procrastinating on. Instead of doing your homework, go sit in your desk, put a 5-minute timer on your homework, and then go back to brain running. That's all. Baby steps, so stupid you can't say no. Maybe my things are too hard. Maybe my baby steps are too big. Then take a smaller step. And honestly, don't take a big step. Most of you shouldn't take a big step because it's not sustainable, honestly. You're not going to keep it up. Most of you won't. That's the sad truth. Do it now. God bless you. I love you. If you believe in love, then you already believe in God, man, because God is love.